Thinking about the possibility of going back to school. I know there's a lot of crazy news out there. I'm trying my best to serve the community and do what's right for people that have health problems like me. But I'll let it be known that I don't like a lot of the stuff I see, especially in athletics. It seems like too much of a high pool of guys get sent to war, and it could have been they're usually the better athletes on the team, and they end up getting a life changing amputation or something like that. And I'm not sure that all those they talk about a long list of people that want to get a house or something like that, and I could have signed up for the armed forces. I was definitely qualified. I may have actually been in some exercises, but the way I'll put it is people need to spend their money wisely, and if they think season tickets for the Texans is a good idea, you may be wondering about where your money's going. Tobaccos and cigarettes are throughout that building. I even wonder if people are trying to get me to, as a worker, to puff one up. I even worked with a guy on an escalator who was puffing a cigarette. So I don't know if that's a problem with personal health in this nation, but it seems Biden is too worried about a single area of health, and maybe he thinks his socialistic uh, program that they're gonna try and pass for the for people to get free healthcare is just gonna magically work. I don't agree with it. I think I had to work my butt off to get to this health, and right now I feel, based on what I see in the street and everywhere else, a lot of people are not pushing in the right direction. We made a huge movement in terms of COVID and Black Lives Matter and some Blue Lives Matter. It's all the same movement, really, and that's for better relations in terms of race relations. Well, I'll say I'm doing my best. I'm helpful to people. I'm nice to people, and I think that should be the case for people that. But maybe I'm like a public figure and don't really have a good grasp of that. I don't have tattoos, but if you have tattoos, that doesn't make you a bad person. It's just your idea. It makes you feel good. It's like if you want a small body, you eat less and you feel good about yourself. You think you're gonna have good health. Or if you want to be bigger, I mean, if you're someone like Shaquille O'Neal, you're not necessarily born that big. You're naturally, you have the natural ability to get to that point. But in terms of being as good as him and being as muscular as he must have been hitting the weight room at LSU. I think he was not. I don't think he was ever too skinny. He's still muscular, but later on in his career, I mean, he could always dunk just by. He could probably dunk just by flipping it in. And that's my idea of what I consider my health. I mean, people will wonder why I went from being 270 or 265, whatever it was. Maybe it's 255. Either way, I'm putting on too much weight, and COVID has enhanced my weight, but I don't know what's considered bad weight. So I have good legs. I don't know if I can play basketball, football, or baseball. And if we need or maybe I've just been working in a doctor's office, and I've been working as a person in health for a long enough time, that's what I'll do as an administrator for a place like Memorial Hermann or Methodist, probably Methodist. So um, for people looking for COVID-19 vaccinations, go to your major retailers. That seems to be where we're distributing it. And for people that want to call us, we'll answer your question. I don't have. Well, I'll answer it right now. I got my COVID vaccination at Methodist. I got 2 of them, and that was January 9th, 2020, or 21 was my second dose. So, if I'm going to answer people's questions for where you can get the COVID-19 vaccine in Houston. And I'm just searching it in. And it looks like if you can get a CVS, HEB has it. I don't know this place. It's a medical clinic, Tricia Ridley, PAC. So physician assistant, I guess, is what that means. It's on Augusta Drive. And so there's plenty of places you can get it at, but you can't get it at the IMC, which is the practice I work for. And I'm just trying to help people out right now. It looks like some Walgreens have it. So all you gotta search is, and it'll pop up almost right away. The query will pop up, and you can type in where can I get COVID-19 vaccine near me, or wherever the city is that pops up. So that's Houston. Let's say you want to get it in Chicago. Okay, we'll say that, since I like Chicago. That's where my parents met. Where can I get COVID vaccine Chicago? And we'll see. They got places too. Look at that. They got Walgreens. Plenty of, there's 3 Walgreens that are within a close near West 43rd Street in Chicago. Chicago, Illinois. It also says who can get vaccinated now. I don't know why I'm doing this. I mean, why not? Since I like to talk to myself, I'm trying to be helpful, you know. Just John being helpful. So if you were to get it, it would be IC estimated start. There's IA, IB, IC. But I think that means that they just have vaccination. Say you're an IB, and you can go right now. Chicagoans age 65 and older, so they're very, they know what they're doing. So if you're just a regular person and you're healthy and you're young and you're not in one of these groups of people that are considered hard, like you're not considered at at risk or really, like, you can get sick and then you'll have the antibodies. And some people say that herd immunity, that's all it takes. So I think if you've had antibodies, you can't get the vaccination. So I have a friend on on the phone, Hangouts, and it's pretty good to understand that people that are old are getting it. My mom got her first shot. She's probably 2 weeks away from her second shot. And obviously, I don't think you can. I heard reports that people can die. Israel people died from having the COVID vaccine, and by getting it again. But I'll say myself, I've had it. I was probably one of the first frontline workers to get it in December, and I got my first shot December 23rd, and then my last shot was January 9th, just to give you the scope of it. And I think that's the way we got to do it. You go on time. You get your second appointment, and then you show up on time. We can't mess this up, people. I think people know that this is a big deal. This is a big deal for me because I basically got a girlfriend and haven't seen her though. A friend of mine, a friend that's now a girlfriend. I don't see her recently, but that's where we're at. So, places I would go to live. I think some of the healthiest places are college campuses. So, Houston's very good. And, but I want to be kind of like a new wave of. I mean, there's probably people like me that can speak well on camera. I don't pick my nose too much anymore. I did when I was a kid. Sometimes I had that problem when I was a little bit older. But this is me checking in. This is like a physical, I guess. What else do they do in physicals except check you every time for your vitals and stuff like that in your blood. So if I wanted to play any sport, it would be college football. I have Georgia Stadium in the background. I'm sitting on I got my back against a blanket that I got from either my mom or my roommate's mom or somebody's mom. And I have a lot of good feelings about that. I need an MBA or some other education. And I'm getting calls. I get calls all the time. I don't know who these people are. Paige. What does that mean? To all the people that need help during COVID, you will get help, and that's why I'm still a frontline worker. I didn't go physically into the office, but I was doing the Alzheimer's Summit, and we're seeing sports ramp up because of the seriousness of less seriousness of the COVID-19. And I think if I had to say they're a favorite in the house, I don't know who it is. I think in every sport, because of maybe football, Tom Brady again. I really think he's that great. He's got great accuracy, and you think that would go away, but he's maintain his joint. The only injury he really had was a ACL tear. So I think he's healthy, and a lot of guys are coming back now. But I'm probably a doctor. I don't know. Why not be a doctor? Why not be a doctor or something else? I'm giving my blood tomorrow, so we'll see if my girlfriend likes the life of marrying an MD that thinks he's a college football player or a whatever athlete when he's actually overweight. So I don't know what's going on. Anyway, those are my tools. If you have search for that stuff, but it looks like it might be dependent on your city. I don't know what the guidelines are for like the rollout. I guess Chicago's rollout might be similar to what it is in other cities, and that was the only one I really viewed. But I've just proven that you could probably get it based on the internet search at a few big time pharmacies. And this is what we do. We kill the diseases that are affecting us. This isn't like the old world where the plague comes and washes away a lot of people, or maybe not. It's not a plague, it's a pandemic, and we handled it correctly. So this will go up on YouTube, and I will put a link in Facebook. Please follow me on Rensomer Multimedia Engineering on Facebook. It's my page that I made, and a lot of this is happening based on my skills basically my skills of making money and putting it towards a kind of a way to announce that sports are back, your kids should be able to play sports, school should be back, and if you need a professional opinion, take it from a guy who's already got the vaccination over 2 weeks, maybe a month, and I'm still okay, and this is not the last you'll hear of me, and I'm a little lazy today, but I'm trying my best, alright? So thanks a lot.